Okay. So guys, today is your second class. Today we are going to discuss how we will do the lab setup. Okay. So if you see, I have shared this particular folder with everyone. The folder name is Palo Alto Softwares. Okay. So if you go inside this folder, so you will get these particular images, guys. Okay. You will get this Palo Alto Firewall 10. This particular folder you will get Palo Alto images. You will panorama images. You will get some software, some window machines and all inside this folder. And I have also shared this VMware software. So the thing is, if you go inside this VMware software, I have put two VMware 12 and VMware 15. You can install anyone. Okay, but I will install VMware 12 in my system because my system is very much compatible with VMware 12. Both the VMware having the serial numbers as well, guys. If you go inside this one, see, you will see this serial TXC, it is having serial number. If I'll go inside this one, you will get also some serial number inside this file, guys. So what first software you have to download this VMware 12.0. So what I will do, when you will successfully download this VMware 12.0, after that just go to into Palo Alto images. Okay, and you will see here I have uploaded Palo Alto 10, Palo Alto 9, Palo Alto 8, Palo Alto 7 and Palo Alto 6, all these VMs. Okay, so guys, now if people who is having a RAM around 12 GB and more plus i5 processor or the processor with the 2 core CPU, that is more than enough. Just try to download any of these images. Maybe you can go with 8, go with 9 or go with 10. I'll recommend just guys go with 9.1.6 because it is very much stable. Okay, if you want you can also go with Palo Alto 10. I don't have any issue. Okay, so you can use any, but in this lab I will show you the installation of Palo Alto 10.1.0 over image. And the thing is 9.1.6 over image installation is similar for these other images as well. So the thing is, people who is having a RAM around 8 GB to 12 GB, between this range, just try to use Palo Alto 7, guys. And if still your system is not still with 7, just try to use Palo Alto 6. And for the people who is having a RAM around like somewhere around 12 GB, they can use these ones. Okay, so these are the three images or more than that. And after that, what, so you can download this Palo Alto 7 in case of RAM with is which 8 GB RAM, and just try to give, so the people who will install this Palo Alto 9 or 10 in their system, just try to give minimum 8 GB RAM, okay, to your Palo Alto only. The people who will install this one, just go with default setting, guys. I think default it will take 4.5 GB. So just give that particular RAM to this Palo Alto 7 machine. Okay, so what I will do, so in the first level I need only VMware and I need these particular Palo Alto VM. That's it. So now what I will do, I'll go to into my system. So I'm having this particular VMware 12 here, and I'm also having Palo Alto 10.1.0 over image. So what I will do first, I will install this Palo Alto. I will install this VMware workstation. So what I will click, I will double click on this one. The installation of VMware is very simple. Like I'm installing one software, just the next process, guys. Click on next. Click on this accept the agreement. Click on next. Guys, you will get this particular option, okay, here. So if you select this option, it will ask for the reboot of your system, guys. So if you want, you can just select this option. So the thing is, whenever you will connect your USB drive or any, like let's say you have connect your hard disk, or so in that scenario, basically it can all, and also by using this option it will enable the enhanced keyboard driver, guys. So reboot is required. Okay, so I will just leave this one as a like that only. I will not select. Okay, because I don't want to reboot my system. I'll click on next. Select these two options. Okay, just go with default, click on next, and just click, just here also we have to go with the default, click on next, install. Now installation of VMware Workstation is started, guys. Meanwhile, go to into this file, just copy this serial number, close this one. So that installation is going on. When this installation will complete, I will just put the serial number. So we will wait here for this installation to complete. And also guys, I also want to add one more thing, or maybe I will cover later. So let me click on license and I'll just click that, but I will just paste this, copy and click on enter. Click on finish. So now I have completed first step, guys. I have successfully installed my VMware workstation, guys. Okay. Now what you have to do, just go to into your VMware workstation. So you will get this desktop option, or otherwise you can just search here VMware. You will get this option. Just click over there. So guys, I'm getting all these images here, right? But in your case, you will get nothing here because I'm having these images from previously in my system. That's why I'm getting this. Otherwise, you will get neat and clean window, guys. You will get this kind of window. Okay. So what you have to do, just click on edit, go to into virtual network editors. You have to edit, then virtual network editors, and you will get, guys, you will see these two adapters in a initial phase, guys. Just you have to click into this change settings, click on yes here. So by default, guys, when I have clicked, I have get here three adapters: VMnet 0, VMnet 1, VMnet 8. Maybe because it totally depends on your operating system, your hardware of your system, guys. Okay, I'm using Lenovo laptop, so maybe in my case, hell, I'm getting three adapters. Maybe in your case, you will get two, or maybe you get one. So don't worry, guys. I'll tell you how we can add the other adapters. Okay. So don't be confused. I'm getting here three. Maybe you get two or one. Don't be confused with this. Okay. After that, I have to do. This is my VMnet 0, VMnet 1, VMnet 8. I'll click on add network because I will add few more adapters, guys. I will add VMnet 2. I will add VMnet 3. Let's suppose you are only getting VMnet 0. In that case, you can also add VMnet 1 and 8, guys. Okay. If you are getting only one adapter, let's say you are getting VMnet 0 and VMnet 8 only. Just add VMnet 1, 2, 3 like that. Okay. Let me add VMnet 4 and VMnet 5 as well. Till VMnet 4, your adapter is enough, guys. But I'm just adding VMnet 5 because I will do some kind of other labs as well. That's fine. Okay. So VMnet 0, I'm having VMnet 1, 8, 2, 3, 4, and 5, right? These are the adapters, and you have to just keeps adding these adapters only you will get this kind of adapters, these many adapters. Okay. And after that, just you have to go to into VMnet 0. You have to go to into bridged, and you will see here bridged is automatic. What do you have to do? Just go to and select your. So let's suppose, guys, you are getting Wi-Fi from wireless adapter. So in that case, you have to select your wireless adapter. But I am getting the internet from my LAN adapter. I am using the LAN cable, so I will select a Ethernet connection. Okay. So if I'll run here one command ncpa.cpl, you will get this. I am just using. I'm getting internet through this adapter. If you see, this is the name of this adapter, Intel R Ethernet connection. Okay. And this is my Wi-Fi adapter because I'm not using Wi-Fi adapter right now. So Intel are dual band, right? So if you are getting internet from Wi-Fi, you have to select this adapter. Okay, I'm getting internet for this one, so I will select this one. Don't be confused with this because I have seen people are coming. They are saying you have selected in this adapter and why we have, and I have also selected, but internet is not working. So the thing is, because I'm getting internet for this, so I will select this. If you are using Wi-Fi, so this select here Wi-Fi. Okay, so I will just select here Intel Ethernet. I'll go to into VMnet 1, or I'll go to into VMnet 8. Okay, and I will select here net actually for VMnet 8, and I will use here subnet IP, right? You have seen I will select this option. This option is already selected. These two we have to also keep selecting these options. Okay, connect this host to and use DHCP and just change the IP address. Here I will configure IP which is 192.168.137.0. So let me just add here 192.168.137.0. Subnet mask is 255.255.0. I will use this IP address. I'll go to into this net settings and just make sure guys you have also modified the netted IP address, means gateway IP address, which is 192.168.137.2. Okay, just select these options, click on OK. After that, just go to into VMnet 2, or just go to now into VMnet 1. Select the host only connection here. Okay, select the host only connection and just configure the IP address here, which is 10.1.1.0 255.255.255.0. Go to into VMnet 2, select this option, select these two, already they are selected, so just go like this and select here 10.2.2.0. In 3, go and just configure IP which is 10.3.3.0. In 4, configure 10.4.4.0. In VMnet 5, just configure 10.5.5.0. Okay, so now we have done the configuration with our adapters. We have added our adapters and we have also configured these adapters properly, guys. Don't change anything here. Just try to go with these settings only. Okay, and after this, just click on apply. So now what happens? You will, if you go into your network sharing center, you will get few adapters are now start creating, right? 3, 2, right? Ethernet 3. These are the VMware adapters, right? If you see, it just keeps adding these adapters. Now after this, click on OK. Now I have successfully configured my VMware with the NIC cards, guys. Okay, what I will do now, I'll go to into this Ethernet 3. Maybe you will see here Ethernet 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 maybe, right? How you can verify this adapter is belongs to which VMnet? So just go to into details. See, I'm getting IP address 10.1.1.1, right? Which means this adapter I'll just rename as a VMnet 01. Just go into this Ethernet 4. I'll see the IP 192.168.137.1, which means this is my adapter, which is VMnet 8. So I'll just give the name VMnet 8, because I have used this particular range, right, with VMnet 8, 192.168.137.1, right? I have configured 10.1.1. range into my VMnet 1. So I'm just renaming. Maybe you will get a proper name in your system. Otherwise, you have to rename it. See, this is 10.2.2. series, which means the rename it as a VMnet 2. VMnet 02. Let me just copy. Go there, just see the IP. This is having 10.3.3.1, which means just rename this as a like VMnet 3. Select this one, see the IP address. This is having 10.4.4.0, which means give the name as a VMnet 4. Why I'm renaming it? Just go to into Ethernet 8. This is your 10.5.5.0, which means this is our VMnet 5. So I'll just rename it as a VMnet 5. Why I'm renaming? Because if in the future, if I'm having any connectivity between my VMs, connectivity issue between my VMs, I will check these adapters. Okay. So like this, you have to change your settings here. And after that, what you have to do, now you have to go to into that folder and you have to select your PAVM EXI 10.0.0 because now I am just installing the Palo Alto firewall. This image you will get here, right? You can download any these images. Now I am just importing the same image. So you have to download the image as per your configuration. Just right click over there, and maybe you will not get this open with VMware directly. In that case, you can go to into open with and select VMware workstation. Okay. Give the name. So I'll just give the name here. You can give any name here, but I'll give this PA test because this is, I'm just configuring this for the testing purpose. Click on import. Now I have just import is going on. Okay. Meanwhile, import is going on. Okay, so let's wait for, let me also just go through this particular thing because import will take some time. Now if you go to into the same folder, if you see here, I will go into this one, guys. You will see one folder which is RBG servers. Okay, just download this entire folder, guys. Okay, download these, both these two servers, okay, in your systems. And after that, I will tell you when you need these other softwares. Okay, you require all the software, and also download this Windows XP and Windows Server, guys. Okay, you have to know Windows XP and Windows Server. And what the installation of this Windows XP machine and Windows Server, you have to do by yourself. You will get so many videos over the internet. You can just do the installation by yourself. Okay. So when you will, because these, whatever server, these two servers, these are the installed server, guys. Okay. You don't need to do anything. You have just needs to download them, and I'll tell you where you have to put them and how we can open them with the VMware. Same thing with that server. Just try to download this entire Palo Alto Firewall 10, and it's an installed file. And these servers also are an installed file. Now I'll tell you how we can open them. Okay. So let's just wait for this import to complete. It will take some time, guys. So, so import is about to complete. Let's wait here for some more time. And your VM has been imported successfully. Okay. Maybe you will not get all these images. You will not able to see. In your case, you will see only this PA test. Okay. What do you have to do? You have to go to into added virtual machine settings. That's the first task you have to do here. And you just go to into this memory. Generally, because it's a Palo Alto 10. Okay. So guys, if you are having around 12 GB of RAM, give at least 8 GB. If you are having around 16 GB, just give at least 10 GB. If you are having more than that, just give around 12 GB of RAM. Okay. The people who will install like 7.1.0, who is having RAM of around 8 GB, you have to just go with the 5.5 GB only. Okay. So these are the three things you have to follow. So as I am having good RAM, so I'm giving here 8 GB, guys. Or I can also give 10 or 12 GB if I want, but I'm going with 8 GB. Processor, just go to into the processor tab, just leave these default and just try to enable this option, virtualize Intel BTX. Okay. If you will, otherwise you will get some kind of error message. So you have to select this options. Don't change any hard disk. Now the main thing, you will see these three adapters here, guys. By default, in your Palo Alto firewall, you will get only three adapters. So what I have to do, I will add here two more adapters. Okay, so I'll just click on add. I'll select network adapter, click on OK, finish. I'll add one more adapter. network adapter, next, finish. Now you will see I am having now 5 adapters, guys. Okay, so what I will do with first adapter, I will select net here. With the second adapter, I will select bridged actually. This adapter as a net, the adapter who is having as enough first position with net, second one with bridge, third one I will select as a VMnet 1. Then the next one is VMnet 2, then VMnet 3 in custom actually. VMnet 1, 2, 3. So first one is netted, then bridged, then VMnet 1, 2, and 3. Just guys follow the same thing which I am doing here. Okay. You have to just set your routine the similar way. Otherwise, maybe you will get some issues in your lab. Maybe whatever VMs you will put, you will not get the proper connectivity. Click on OK here. When we have clicked on OK, sometime this order will change actually. You will observe that a order will change. Okay. But right now they are in a proper order. So they should be in a proper order like net, then bridged, then VMnet 1, then 2, then 3. Okay. And after that, guys, before power on this machine, what you have to do, you have to go to into the folder, into documents, into virtual machines, and you will get one folder with the name of PA test because I have given this particular name, right? I'll go to into this folder and you will see one thing here. Let me just expand this size little bit. You will see one file of 3 KB or a 4 KB or a 5 KB with the name of VMware virtual machine configuration. You have to select this file and you have to just add it with notepad plus plus. If you have a notepad, you can also add it with notepad. Now go little bit down and just look for, if you see here this line, ethernet 0 dot virtual dev equals to bmxnet 3. If you have seen this one, ethernet 0 dot virtual equals bmxnet 3, this is correct. Ethernet 1 dot virtual dev equals to bmxnet 3, this is also correct. Ethernet 2 dot virtual dev equals to bmxnet 3, this is also correct. Okay. Now if you go on down little bit and just look for ethernet 3 dot virtual dev. If you see this one, ethernet 3 dot virtual dev equals to e1000, and you have to replace this e1000 with bmxnet 3, guys. Same thing, ethernet 4 dot virtual dev, because these are the two adapters we have added, right? And the ethernet or virtual dev type is e1000, so we have to just replace with bmxnet 3. And after that, just save your file. So press here Control S, close this file. If you will not do this thing, guys, what will happen? Your firewall will not come up. It will keeps rebooting. It will come up, then it will again reboot automatically. It will just keeps rebooting if you will not replace, if you will not modify this virtual machine configuration file. And after, just click on power on. Meanwhile, now your machine is powered on, guys. So this machine is about to turn on. So what I will do, let me now explain you the lab topology or a connectivity how I have done here. So if you have seen, I'm having the connection like this. I am having my main PC, right? So this is my main PC. Okay, on this PC, what I have done, inside this PC, I have installed VMware, right? This is my VMware workstation. So this is my PC. This is my VMware workstation. Inside this VMware workstation, what I have done, I've installed my Palo Alto firewall, right? Palo Alto firewall beam, right? Now, if you have seen, In my system, what I'm having, I'm having one NIC card, right? I am having one NIC card. That NIC card having connectivity with my home Wi-Fi. I'm using cable, but in your case, you are just getting the internet into your Wi-Fi adapter through your home Wi-Fi, right? So I'm having connectivity in this way. So on VMware, what I have done, I'm having few adapters, right? I am having one adapter which is this one, which is VMNet 0. I'm having one more adapter which is, let me just write in this way. Okay, so I'm having this one is VMNet 0. This is VMNet 1. I'm having another adapter which is VMNet 2. I'm having one more adapter which is, let me just clear. This is 2. Let me just clear this one because I have to show the connectivity. So what I will do, this is VMNet 1 now. VMNet 2 is this. VMNet 3 is this. Okay, and after that, let's suppose I'm having here VMNet 8. Okay, so I'm having the connectivity in this way, right? I have created all these adapters, right? What I have done, if I have just done one thing here. If you have observed, I have just set in VMNet 0. What I have done, I have connected this adapter with this NIC card, your system NIC card. Because you have seen this adapter is bridged, right? Bridged with your system NIC card. How you can verify? If I'll go into my VMware, just leave your Palo Alto here in this form only, because when you will get this login prompt in your Palo Alto, just wait around 3 to 5 minutes. Okay, don't try running this path for multiple times. Just wait for 2 to 3 minutes. It will come. Go to into edit, go to into virtual machine settings, click on change settings. Now you observe this VMNet 0 is bridged with Wi-Fi adapter, right? If you see here, this is a Wi-Fi adapter or no, or maybe your Wi-Fi adapter, but I am using here my, if you will, this is your Wi-Fi adapter, but I am using here Ethernet adapter, right? Means I have just connected VMNet 0 with my with the Ethernet adapter, which is internet. I'm having one more VMNet 8. Okay. So if I'll again go to here, and this is my, so the thing I have just done the connectivity like this. And also what I will do, I'll I'll again go into my system, which is ncpa.cpl, and I'll go to into my Ethernet adapter properties, into sharing, and I will select this one, allow other network to use this connection, and I will select here VMNet 8. Click on OK. You will get this. Yes, you just press yes here. What I have done means now I've also done one connectivity for this VMNet 8 as well. Means now this VMNet 8 also got some kind of connectivity through this NIC card, because I have just shared this NIC card base VMNet 8. This is a netted adapter, right? So means netting is performed at this adapter level. Okay. Now in your Palo Alto firewall, if you have seen first interface, right? Palo Alto have the interface which is, let's say this is your management interface. After it is having one more interface which is Ethernet 1/1. it also have one more Ethernet 1/2. Then it is having Ethernet 1/3, Ethernet 1/4, Ethernet 1/5, then Ethernet 1/6, then Ethernet 1/7, and Ethernet 1/9. You will get these kind of interfaces in your Palo Alto file. So the thing is, if you go into your machine here, if I'll go into this setting, let me just open the settings. So you will see this first adapter, right? This first adapter is always your management interface of your Palo Alto firewall. This interface is always your Ethernet 1/1 interface. This is your Ethernet 1/2 interface. This is Ethernet 1/3 interface, and this is Ethernet 1/4 interface. And if I'll go there, if I'll open this topology, means first adapter in my VM, what I have done with my first interface. I have just done one thing with my first interface. First interface, my management interface. On type of this interface on VMware, I have set as a net, means I have just done the connectivity through this adapter. All this connection is virtual, guys. And on VMnet 8, if you remember, I am using 192.168.137.0 subnet, right? So what I will do, and the default gateway is 192.168.137.2. If you have seen in net settings, right, we have seen this IP gateway IP. So on my Palo Alto firewall, I will configure any IP into this range, which is 192.168.137. Maybe I will use here 20, and default gateway is there, and net mask is 24. I have connected my VMnet 8 interface with the Palo Alto management interface with VMnet 8. If you have seen second interface in your VM, which is bridged, right? And what is the meaning of bridged? Bridged means we are connecting this interface with VMnet, VMware adapter VMnet 0. That adapter have further connect with the Wi-Fi, means this interface we are connecting with the internet. All these are the virtual connection, guys. But I am here designing. This is how the logical topology, guys. Ethernet 2 is the third interface, and third interface type is VMnet 1, means I am just connected in this adapter. Ethernet 1/3 I will use as a DMZ, and this interface will have a connect with VMnet 2. Now, whatever test PC I will input here, I will also put one test PC in my system, right? On test PC, I will just put test PC in the VMnet 1 adapter, means I have just done, I will just do the connectivity like this, means I will just connect this system with the this interface here. And on this particular PC, I will just put the default gateway of Palo Alto IP address. Whatever servers, let's say I have these Linux server, right? Server 1, server 2, and server 3. These servers I will put in VMnet 2. And VMnet 2 will have a connectivity with Palo Alto interface Ethernet 1/3. So this interface I will use as a DMZ, this interface I will use as inside, and this interface I will use as a outside. This is how your connectivity, guys. On the servers, I will put the default gateway, which is IP address of this interface. Now, if let's suppose this TPC wants to communicate with google.com in the internet, so how the traffic will go? Your traffic will pass in this way. Your traffic will initiate from this PC. It will first go to VMnet 1 adapter. Through this, it will reach till your Palo Alto firewall. From Palo Alto firewall, this traffic go through your Ethernet 1/1, and then it will go to internet, then Wi-Fi. In this way, your traffic go till the internet. So this is the like connectivity of your VMs. Okay. Now what I can do, let me just remove few things from here. So I will just put this picture. Okay, so this is your Ethernet 1/2, this Ethernet 1/3. This is the connectivity. Okay, so this is how basically I am having connectivity. So what I can do, let me just take one snap for this. So later on you can use this particular snap if you want to refer actually. VM setup, click on save. Okay, so this is how your connectivity. Now let me also walk through one more time, guys. So let me just delete this one. I'll go into my VM one more time. So if I'll go here, what I have explained, this interface is always your management interface of Palo Alto, which is M0/0, which is netted. Netted means we have connected with VMnet 8. This interface is bridged. Bridged means we have connected this interface with our NIC card or our Wi-Fi. This interface is VMnet 1. So this interface is the M0/0. This is Ethernet 1/1. This is Ethernet 1/2. This is Ethernet 1/3, and this is Ethernet 1/4. These are the interfaces actually in your Palo Alto firewall. So what I can do is click on OK here. Just click on cancel and see, guys, if you observe one thing here, your firewall also received one IP address automatically from 192.168.137.128 range. Why? Because when we have configured these adapters, right? When we have configured this VMnet 8 adapter, that time we have selected the DSCP option, right? And the thing is, if you see, this is a netted adapter, right? First adapter is netted. Netted means we have connected with VMnet 8. That's why my firewall management interface is getting the IP address into this range, because it's have a connectivity with this VMnet 8. Okay. If you see, let me just show you here. Don't be confused. I will just try to cover everything. Okay. If you will understand this, see, in VMNetted, we have selected this option, use local DHCP services to, because that service is already enabled. That's why my VMs are getting IP address. So what I can do, if you got that IP address, what you can do, just go to into your browser and type here https 192.168.137.128, click enter. If you will get this page, you will get this login prompt, guys. What you can type here, admin. This is the default username. Default username is admin and default password is admin. Click on OK. You will able to. So what it is asking. So it is asking just put your old password, means we have to change our password, guys. First we will put old password, which is admin, then any new password, whatever we want to set. But I will not do the setup from this place. If you want, you can go for it. Okay. I'll just go there, and what I will just put the username, which is admin, password is admin. Now I have to enter the old password. Old password is admin, guys. New password, I will set the new password, which is admin add123 with capital A. Admin add123 with capital A. You will not able to see your password has changed. If you will get this prompt. So if you, when I have logged in, I have put here admin. It has asked for the password, which is also admin. This is the default password. Okay. Enter old password. In old password, you have to add here admin. New password, here you have to set your password. So I have just set this one, admin at 123. Confirm password. So I have to enter the same password one more time, which is admin at 123. And after that, if you will get this message, password change, which means you are correct. Guys, if you will type here like 12345 or some basic password, it will not take. You have to put some kind of a strong password. Okay, so just try to configure this admin at 123, or maybe Palo Alto at 123, like that. Okay, but I'll recommend you just go with this one, so you don't forget this one. And after that, guys, because our firewall is already get the IP address from DHCP, right? But I will tell you how we can now. See, the thing is, I'm having IP address from DHCP. I have also changed the password, right? What I can do now, I will run this command, so system info, and here you will get all the details, guys. You will get, this is the password, right? This is the IP address, this is the host name of your firewall, this is the net mask, this is the default gateway. All these settings you have, all these net mask, default gateway you are getting from DHCP server, guys. This is the MAC address. So sometime when we connect our firewall with the management switch, so you can just check your ARP table or MAC table if you will have a proper connectivity or not. If you are not able to ping and all, just to do that kind of connectivity in the real time scenario. So we have to also look for our MAC address. Okay. So these are the other details. Okay. So what I can do now what I want to configure this particular IP address, host name by myself. So what I will do. So right now I'm in a operational mode, guys. Okay, so what I will just type here config. I will go into the configuration mode where I will do all kind of changes. So, so in first command, I will tell you how we can configure the host name. So set device config, just hit this command, system host name, just give the host name. So I'll give this name Palo Alto Firewall 01. I have just set the host name. After that, let me just show you how we can configure the IP address. Set device config system IP hyphen address, and we have to type our IP address. So IP address is 192.168.137.20. I will configure the IP address into this range, guys. 192.168.137.20, because on my VMnet 8 adapter I'm using this range. Okay, after it I will just define net mask, which is 255.255.255.0, and I will define a default gateway, which is 192.168.137.2. I will define DNS settings. Press the question mark. You will get servers, primary server. Just give the primary server IP address, which is 8.8.8.8. Secondary 4.2.2.2. So by using this single command, I am configuring the IP address, net mask, default gateway, and DNS details. Click enter. Okay. Either you can also run this command like set device config system IP hyphen address, just configure only IP address 192.168.137.20. Enter. Go to till here system, configure the net mask. 255.255.255.0. If you want to configure the default gateway, just configure the default gateway, which is 192.168.137.2. Either you can use these small blocks of these commands, or just configure in the single commands. Okay. DNS settings, servers, primary is 8.8.8.8, secondary is 4.2.2.2. So either you can run these four commands. Okay. Either you can run these four commands to configure these details, or either you can just combine everything into this single command. That's it. Now, guys, you also need to take care one more thing, guys, because if you see from Palo Alto 8.x onwards, actually, in your management interface, DHCP client option is enabled. That's why I can get the IP address on my management interface from DHCP server, right? So what? whatever configurations we have done, it will not take effect because we also need to run this command set device config set device config system type. We have to use this static because right now type is DHCP. Click on this one. This command also you have to run, and after that you have to do the commit. Commit means whatever changes we have done here, we are now making our changes permanent, guys. So the thing is, in Palo Alto, in next class I'm gonna discuss this thing. In Palo Alto we are having two types of file: candidate config file and running config file. So whatever changes you will do, it will save into your candidate config file. And when you hit the commit command, these changes will basically go into your running configuration. So right now commit is going on. Sometime you will run your commit and you will get some options like commit is not able to run that time due to some basically some internal commit is already going on, right? So because in Palo Alto firewall, it will also sometime run some system originated commit actually, because it will make some changes in the processes and all in the backend, so it will also do the commit. Sometime you will, so you will see here some error message, your commit will not go through. In that case, you have to use this command commit force actually. It will forcefully run your commit whatever you are doing here. You can also sometime run this command if you want. So jobs run, so jobs all, it will give you all the process. See, if you see that one auto commit has been happened, right? See, sometimes your commit will fail due to this auto commit which is done by the system itself. So in that case you have to use commit with force option. Okay, so I have done the commit, and right now if I'll go to into the operational mode, I'll just go from exit from here. If I run this console interface management, it will give you the management interface related configuration. If you see here right now, and this is your management interface. These are the speed, duplex and state configuration. This is the MAC address of your management interface, and this is the IP address which we have configured. This is the net mask, this is the default gateway, and these are the how many bytes it have received, how many bytes has been sent. Now what we have done all these things, now what you have to do, you can just go to into your browser, just type here https 192.168.137.20, hit enter, click on advanced. Now just log in as admin, password is also admin at 123. Now guys, this particular sometime what happened, sometime when you will install like Palo Alto 9.0.1 or 8.x or 7.x, any these VMs, it will not ask you to change the default password. Okay, when you will run this admin, you will get into your firewall. It will not give you the prompt please change your password. Okay, just remember this thing, because that features I think they have Palo Alto have launched from 9.1 onwards actually. After that, now if you will got this particular page, which means you have done your Palo Alto installation in a clear way. If you are able to access, which means everything is good and you have successfully able to configure your Palo Alto lab, means we have completed our Palo Alto installation. If I'll go to into your network tab, so the thing, if as I have mentioned, we have these into Ethernet 1/1, right? Ethernet 1/2, Ethernet 1/3, then 4, then 5 till 9, right? So the thing is, if I'll open this thing here, let me just go to into settings. I just want to highlight your thing one more time. Let me just go to into this browser. Okay, so the thing is, this this interface is your management interface, VMnet 8. This interface is your Ethernet 1/1. This interface is Ethernet 1/2. This interface is Ethernet 1/3, and this interface is Ethernet 1/4. These are the interface settings actually. According to how you have configured these NICs, basically it will decide your interfaces inside the Palo Alto. Okay. So now if you remember, this management interface is netting, which means this interface have a connectivity with VMnet 8. This interface is bridge, which means this interface have a connectivity with your, I'm just writing Wi-Fi adapter, but in actual I'm using Ethernet adapter. So maybe in your case it's Wi-Fi adapter, means it's basically getting connected with the internet. This interface is VMnet 1, right? So this is your VMnet 1. This is VMnet 2. Now guys, what I will do, if I want to configure the IP into management interface, because management is a part of VMnet 8, right? So I have to configure the IP into 192.168.137.0/24. In this range only I have to configure one IP design. In my Ethernet 1/1 interface, because from my Wi-Fi I'm getting the IP address from 192.168.1.0/24 range. So what I will use here, which is 192.168.1.250/24, will configure this IP address into my Ethernet 1/1 interface. Ethernet 1/2 has a connectivity with VMnet 1, who is having IP address which is 10.1.1.0/24, right? So on my test machine, I will configure 10.1.1.100 IP address. This interface is Ethernet 1/2, have a connect with VMnet 2, where VMnet 2 is a part of 10.2.2.0/24 subnet, right? So I will use IP which is 10.2.2.101, 102 and 103 into my servers, guys, whatever servers I will put, and I'll use this interface as a DMZ, this interface is inside, this interface is outside, this is my management interface. Okay, so now let me also design this particular connectivity further, because lots of people got confused and all. Okay, and also before that, guys, let's suppose if you don't want to change these IP settings and all from the CLI, then you can also do it by graphical user interface. Go to into device tab, into setup, into interface. From here you can able to change the IP details and all, guys. Just wait here, I will change. And I will do these particular changes for IP changes lots of time also in your upcoming legs. Go to into this management, and I can change my IP address, right? And see, previously that option was DHCP. So if you want IP address from DHCP, just select this option. But I want a static, and this is the IP address, right? I can change this IP address. I can modify it. 192.168.137.30. Let's say I want 30 IP. This is the default gateway, right? This is the empty value. And right now, as I have mentioned, by default, in your management interface, HTTP and SSH has been enabled, and also ping has been enabled, right? So if, and also like, right? So right now I can, anyone can able to SSH, anyone can able to HTTPS, and anyone can able to ping, right? If you want, like only a specific subnet can only able to ping this machine, or they can only able to do the SSH and all, you can also add the security here. Just add that range like 192.168.137.0/24. In that case means only only the people who is having IP address into this range, they will only able to ping or SSH or HTTPS on this particular machine. Like this also you can able to configure the things. Let me click on OK. Let me do the comment, because I have done the IP change, right? From 20 to 30 I have make it, right? Meanwhile commit is going on, I'll open my system CMD, and I'll just type a ping to 192.168.137.30-t. I'll just wait for this commit to complete and this ping to be working. Okay, so guys, if you have seen, commit is 55. So the thing is, we have put some restrictions, right? And what is the restriction? We have restrict the communication of our firewall on this IP address, this range only, right? So let's suppose you want to register this device with the Panorama, and your Panorama is in this particular range. In that scenario, communication with Panorama will not happen. So that's why whenever you will restrict the communication, you have to put your Panorama IP address as well. Okay. See, ping is working, but if you see here, your commit is stuck in 99%. So now just go to into the CLI and just see the status. So jobs all. See, commit has been completed. Why it is stuck in 99%? Because right now my firewall is sending request on 20, but in backend we have changed the IP, right? Just put here 30 and just try to log in. And you will able to now I'm able to log in with 30 IP. So this is how guys we will basically do the IP changes, or this is how we will configure the IP address into my Palo Alto machine. Okay. So I want to show you one more thing, guys, how we can change this DNS settings as well. Just wait here. Okay, remind me later. I'll go to into devices. If you go into operation, into services, and just click on this one, from here we can able to modify our DNS settings via graphical user interface. Okay, so generally I will don't like to put any restrictions here. So let me just delete this restrictions. Okay, and this is how we will basically we will install our Palo Alto firewall in VMware, guys.